Hey guys, what's going on? Russell again. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe because I do a ton of different stock alert service reviews, option service reviews, investing service reviews, basically any reviews that you can think of that are to do with the stock market. So today I want to talk a bit more about the Motley Fool Stock Advisor service. This is a service run by the Motley Fool that is basically gives you 2 new stock picks each month. So every other Thursday you get a stock pick which they reckon is going to go up 100% or 300% over the next 5 years. So the Motley Fool was started by these guys, Tom and David Gardner. So they're super duper long-term traders. They've got a ton of experience and their track record is absolutely phenomenal. So these guys started in 1993, which is crazy. It's been going for 30 years so far. And the Motley Fool has a whole bunch of different services that I've reviewed on this channel in different places. And the Stock Advisor is actually the most well known and the most popular. I don't know how many subscribers they have, but it's a lot. So like I said, you get with the Stock Advisor, it's about $1.99 a year, but you can get deep discounts off. And I think I got mine for like $49.99 a year, which is pretty crazy. They do Best Buys now, so every week they do about 10 different stocks. They choose from over 300, and they're also considered to be potential long-term holds. But really what you're looking for is the 2 stock picks each month. Those are the ones that they send out a whole bunch of due diligence on and can deliver hundreds of % gains over years and years. So they also have a bunch of educational stuff and also some starter stocks. I'll show you the dashboard in a minute, but I wanted first to show you the Stock Advisor's returns over the last few years. So this is 2003 back here, and this is us just about here somewhere. And you can see that the Stock Advisor's returned 593% compared to the S&P, which is 132%, which is just phenomenal. So these picks do go up, and if you look here, we go down here somewhere. So these are old results in this article, which I'll link in the description below. But I put what their current portfolio is somewhere in here. I think, let's see, I think under performance. Let's see, going up here. Here we go. So last year, 21 out of 24 picks in 2020 are all up. 8 of these have doubled, and the average return is 99% compared to the S&P. That's a phenomenal track record, and everything's detailed in the Stock Advisor dashboard, so you can kind of go through their performance. It's let's see, somewhere in here. So these are the buy recommendations that I'll show you in a sec. So probably here, performance. Alright, yeah, so this is where they show their actual performance. And you can go back through and track every stock for years and years and years, which is really cool. Most stock services don't actually give you this information, and you can see what their, all their previous picks are doing. So I'm going to go back to the news and updates. So the buy recommendations appear on the website at 11, or is it 1? Sorry, it's 1 p.m. Eastern time. They'll update the website every other Thursday. This Thursday was Lulu. They picked this one quite a lot. And it's supposed to be like a 5-year hold. So here's UPST, was 2 weeks before that. And let me just show you the kind of the due diligence you get on these stocks. So they also email you the alert, by the way. But you can go on the website and check. So apparently this one has a video you can go through. There's all this different information about why they're picking this, why they think it's going to go up over the next few years. So you get a lot of information. These are long-term buy and holds, like I said. The rules that they seem to apply is like they actually make you agree to this. Obviously it's not a legal binding contract, but they say, do you agree to holding up to 5+ years, and do you agree to hold 25 stocks? So obviously they want that diversity and they want that long-term hold in order to get the kind of returns that they promise. So this thing works. I think you got to be extremely patient unless you do what I'm about to tell you that has worked really well for me. I'm just glancing through to see if there's any other actual things that I want to bring up. Looks like that's pretty much all I wanted to say about the stock advisor in terms of what you get and also how most people play it. However, there is another way to play this, which I've had a lot of success with, which is just day trading the alerts when they come out. So because you know that these alerts come out at fixed time every other Thursday, you can actually scalp them or day trade them for a few percent profit. So most people say, well, why do that? You can get 100% or 200% over the next 5 years. Well, first of all, you're not going to put your entire account into a 5-year hold. So what I've found to be better is to go in much, much larger than I would for a long-term position and then sell it much more quickly within a minute or two or even an hour or two and day trade these picks. You can always buy back in a day or two later when the price retraces back to where it was when they advised it, when they suggested it as a pick. So you can compound your gains much faster this way. You're not exposed to the market and you've already locked in some gains. So let me give you an example. So here's my broker. Hopefully you can see this. Sometimes it comes out blurry for some reason, but this was UPST, which they recommended last Thursday or the Thursday before at 1 p.m. So here the alert came out. Now normally this spike's really large, and this is just my opinion, but it always looks like somebody loads up right before the alert comes out, which is kind of shady feeling. Maybe they're not, maybe it's some algo or something that takes over when the buying volume starts to come in. But usually there's a huge spike here that you can scalp in a few minutes. But this one was different. This one actually there wasn't any spike, as you can see. But as people received the email and the volume in from it, it's a huge service, so as the volume came in and this buying pressure just drove this thing up. It drove it up from 120 up to 122. I actually think it continued later on that day. No, I didn't. So you can actually just day trade this pretty easily. It's pretty consistent. It probably works 8 out of 10 times. When it doesn't work, you generally don't take much of a loss if you keep your stop loss tight. And it's just a fantastic way to play these longer term picks. Now, it was at 120 when the alert came out a couple of weeks ago. We go forward, you can see it's already dipped back down to 120 today. So you could scalp it and then buy it back, and it'll probably go down a bit more from the previous track record. So that's definitely the way I play it. I've actually never bought to long-term hold with these things. I'm not really a long-term investor. I'd rather have my capital working and compounding much faster than holding for years. So I hope that's helpful. I think I've gone through the basics of the Motley Fool Stock Advisor. I think it's you can get it on discount for $100 or maybe even $49 a year. So yeah, hopefully that's helpful, and I'll catch up with you guys in the next video. Thanks.